So I think I'm gonna, it's 2:30, and I think I'm gonna surprise you with a video of the beach. I slept through the day because of the targeting last night, but I just want to make something good out of it and not just go shoot some beautiful pictures, hopefully.
Rechts.
The dipping dog.
Hey, kom eens. Ja, ga even.
He's camera shy. Hey!
Kom maar.
Hello!
Ah, goed zo kerel. Kom eens. Hey. Wat is het? Hey?
Beautiful. He
Oh,
just
ja,
went,
ga maar.
he's skinny dipping
maar.
in the water.
Ga maar kijken. Kijk. Doe maar.
What's
Ga
his
maar.
name?
Rechts.
Rex.
Hey.
Oh my.
Ga maar. Hey, kom maar. Ga nou mee. Kom maar.
Hey, lovely.
Oh.
Hi.
He wants to have attention.
He wants to have attention. Yeah, but he's wet.
Yeah, oh,
And
yeah.
I need to
Hey,
film.
Ga maar. Normaal, normally he has always twice.
Yeah.
Kom maar. Goed zo. Ja, doe maar. Ga
He's
maar.
going skinny dipping in the
Come on.
water. He just went. He
No,
just
okay.
went.
Go home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy.
I will, thanks. Oh, feeling better than yesterday. I was all puffed up and major headache. Made a video, but I noticed myself just being all squashed basically by the weapons, and today I'm feeling better. Feeling more fired up. Fed up with the censorship that we're enduring on FaceAche and every platform actually, and I'd really like to find a platform that isn't that much into censorship. If you got a good one, then please let me know. But it's slowly grooming us into China at sea. Basically, is what I've been. It's how I feel it. More and more weird rules are being imposed on us that are so in violation with freedom as a whole. And most of us are already there. Like, yeah, but it's as if we can't go around it. And right now I don't have the answer to that as well, because these are the regular platforms that that we are being pushed to. But like I said, you know, at one point, like I've been experiencing, they started with basically dictating what we are allowed to say on platforms, and then they started to dictate that you really have to, because we were conspiracy theorists, that we had to prove what we had to say as if we were on trial. Well, that's no longer free speech and the right to an opinion. Suddenly we got to, it felt to me like we were on trial. You weren't allowed to say anything unless you were able to prove it. And then when you were able to prove it, then basically the game of wearing you out in debate was the next step. Because this was not a good argument, and this was not a good scientific study, or I could go on for hours debating these people until I realized that it was a tactic, troll tactic, and then I stopped. At one point I stopped online to go that far with them. I just present my my evidence and just leave, and that suited my health well. But now we see that more rules are being applied to social media, and AI flags us for saying things in the chat. That's a newbie. But yeah, me as a targeted individual already realized, of course, and that they are now censoring us in our own body. body with directed energy weapons, and they stop you from speaking. Um, they stop you from thinking. They overwrite. They override our thoughts. Hello. And that's the ultimate. It's the ultimate censorship. It's how I see it. And they get away with it. And when you speak out, yeah, the weaponized psychiatry is deployed, and it's been deployed in as the research shows that these are local issues at first, but there are a lot of local issues to be found in research that it makes it more a global thingy. And it started with was it the DSM, making everybody a psychiatric patient, even if you were very creative or opinionated. You may have a psychiatric illness. And yeah, it goes far. And what they're doing to us is the ultimate censoring of the self. Every creative active thinker, active questioner is being targeted at one point. And so you see, this is censorship at its worst. And yeah, they tend to do that with dissidents. We know that from history, but it's beginning to show in the statistics. And I think we should be glad with that. And I also had the question on, because we've been seeing a lot of articles coming out here in the Netherlands that the amount of people that are mentally unstable should be called in by neighbors and by the police, etc. And they can just go by gossip, basically, and that's what we've already seen in the UK on social health checkups, mental health checkups, social health checkups, that one can have a gossip about you, and that will be in your file. And you don't need proof. You can just gossip about someone, and then you'll have a mental health checkup. And so do we have, I think it's weaponized gossip or something. You just make something up and call it in. And Houston, you have a problem, unforeseen. And yeah, now I just read an article. I read more articles, thank God, on weaponized psychiatry, and it shows that there are new rules set in place in America. That when you question things, or when you have conspiracy theories, and the list goes on, but these are new rules being set up that they can institutionalize you. Punitive healthcare. So we're at China at sea, you guys. It's here, and yeah, they're taking over. I think China was just they learned from it, and I know that the United Nations, what was it, Christina something, I can't remember the last name, but she made an article basically on China does it right and the way it handles social credits and the entire financial system and the climate system that she was very appreciative of it.
The earth just cannot handle the sheer number of humans who live here. Something has to give. And I believe that it's up to us who have lived a good life to make sure that our children will have the opportunity to live good lives too. I have lived a good life.
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 And well, basically, it's still a country that hasn't risen from authoritarian regimes. But if United Nations starts to praise a country like that, where people basically jumped out of smart city flats because they couldn't handle it anymore, then it kind of shows what future they have ahead for us. And they, yeah, don't forget, these are the people that think that we are too many. These are the people that come from eugenics and some have Nazi roots. So I don't understand why we are taking these people seriously and not as a seriously into guiding our future, our general future, while we're already seeing it going wrong. And accept them as our leader, basically, because that's what's happening right now. The World Health Organization, the World Economic Forum, these are all United Nations entities, and Bill Gates, etc. They've already said in multiple interviews that he would like to get to the fundamentalists. Well, what's a fundamentalist? In belief in their brain with the genetic manipulation, and he is known for his prove your life quotes, and that if you are about 70, that it should be time to leave this earth, because now we suddenly have a panel that decides whether or not. It was, I think, 7 years back that I shared that he wants a panel on are you still worthy of your life, basically. You should earn a life. You shouldn't earn a living, but you should earn your life. And where does that leave? Where does that leave the sick? And the elderly were not supposed to be older than 70. These were his words. Then it should be time to leave things to the next generation. I got a problem with people like that. It's not just that I got a problem with people like that, but I've got a problem with people funding people like that and taking them to a place of power where they can actually fulfill that dream with new vaccines and healthcare. That was a video that we've seen all too well. New vaccines and healthcare. It's 10 years back, I think. New vaccines and healthcare. Ooh. golly, will that ever happen? It's kind of what we've seen happening, right? And that's a scary, it's not a scary thought, it's a scary movement. And you're not allowed to speak on it. You're not allowed to say, hey, I think I'm watching genocide happen. Hush, hush, we'll ban you. But that's where we're at. And then the attack that goes with it, the New World Order, is Orwell was ahead of his time, but could not have imagined what we're seeing in developments, which are not, these are the least of our problems. If your car gets stopped in a city on speed, or if your phone gets stopped on volume in a hospital, or if you get the sudden urge when you're angry about the COVID measure, the COVID mandates, not to step out of line because your breath might infect someone, that you feel that you're being pacified by satellite. This is already happening. I've experienced that myself, and that is mind control at its worst. And with me, they're going as far as to lobotomize me when they attack my brain. I can't think, I can't speak right after. I look like shit, and that's why they do that on purpose, because that would make you insecure enough to never ever create a video ever again. And I decided I don't care. Just make videos no matter how they manipulate the muscles in my brain or how swollen I am. I decided that I'm no longer going to care. And so last night they attacked again big time on the brain, and compared to yesterday, I don't know why they do it, why they want to take. It's just madness. And they attack my voice as well. Right here. So hopefully this one will show the way it clears once time goes by. But I'm fed up with it. It's my body. Look at it. It's just, oh, mama. Why? Really? The days that I look rather like me, like almost today, almost. These are the lucky days. But if I look like shit with my head bent in a pretzel, then I'm gonna make videos anyway, because I think it's important to step over their intimidation. But that's the least of my problems. Our problems are the eugenics society that we have entered without people knowing. There's a lot of people died, especially in the UK. There's articles of people that have been ended their lives with, what was it, Modalzepam? They researched that, and that those were elderly, so that was not COVID, but that was an active eugenics. Crime. I've got people worried to go to the hospital, and I get that. I get that. And it shouldn't be. Hospital should be the place that heals you back to life. And there should not be a trial. And we noticed that there was a trial with COVID, where elderly people in my hometown got calls from their family doctor that if they got COVID, it was right before the big scare, if they got COVID, would they, and these are people that are 70, the Bill Gates age, on right to life. We all have a right to life and be 180. If you get to that, you're amazing. By the way, I'd like to have that. If we see trouble, we gotta put out the fire before it destroys all of us. And we all know that this directed energy program, and I think the entire what we see in the world right now is a eugenics program. I think that this much we know, right? It's a eugenics program, and it's a transhumanist program and a communist/fascism program, all in one. And yeah, the censorship we all got used to, which we shouldn't have. And we've come a long way, but don't say that. All swans, all the yeah, on the Madelzopam, and the people in my surroundings that got the call on just on right to life. They were scared into there was pressure on healthcare, and we were all being scared into that. Hospitals couldn't handle all the COVID patients, and we went to these hospitals, and not much was happening there. But that's a whole nother topic. But the fact that doctors, that family doctors were basically pushing the elderly, that if they were sick, not to go to the hospital, or just basically say, okay, I've lived a good life. Where have we seen that before? There was this commercial by, I think it was a fake commercial on Agenda 21. I forgot his name. Oh, anyway. It was the elderly that said, I've lived a good life, and now it's time for the younger generation to, oh, for fuck's sake. But that's where we're at. That was just him making sarcasm of that, which we read about Agenda 21 and the so-called overpopulation that isn't. We're in demographic winter. But still we're scaring the elderly that they need to make space for the next generation. I always wonder why these people don't start with themselves. If they feel that the world is overpopulated, and please be my guest, and you know, it's always someone else that needs to leave, like the elderly, which we owe so much, and we're so loved by many of us. They're just to these people that believe in overpopulation. They believe solely in the value of generating or producing in life, generating money and generating whatever they get benefits by. If you believe in statistics, and you have a certain amount of people that you just invented that can sustain, that the earth can sustain, and you just hold by the statistic no matter what everyone else is telling you, that we are in demographic winter and there's plenty of food that can sustain twice or thrice the population, and you still hold on to that number on this is the amount Earth can carry. Well, we're still here. There's still supermarkets full of food out there. Mostly it's tossed away. But that's another story. But it's obvious that there's plenty of food, and it's obvious that when people or countries want to grow their own foods besides importing it from other countries, that these countries are attacked because suddenly it's an economic thingy. If countries start to be economically strong and self-sufficient, then all of a sudden that country has a problem. So this is not an overpopulation thingy, this is a money thingy. And people that watch human beings with their full lives as statistics, and now you're too much, your 2.5 child needs to go, or your nana has to go. We've reached a certain level on what we can afford on you, while there's trillions in the top. That is already the system of the beast to me, because the beast does not look at the value of a human being. It simply counts its money. And yeah, grim story that this turned into, but it's how I see it. And yeah, we need white hats. And the white hats are the ones that won't be held down by the tech or by the censorship, and just stand for what is truth and stand for the other side of the story of the dictatorial regime. And that's where we're at, in my opinion. This is no longer democracy, and I never voted for the World Economic Health, for the World Health Organization. It's still there to dictate what we as a local country are to do in certain situations. I never voted for them. Am I still living in a democracy then? I beg to differ. But anyway, tiny rant, I guess. I've got a visitor over here right now, so I'm no longer alone on my bench. I'm going to relocate, find another place, and get you some beautiful pictures of all the swans that I see right now on the lake. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. And this is a grim picture, and there's people that want to shy away from it, but that never ever solved any problems. We got to get this head on, in my opinion, and just yeah, if you don't fight for freedom, if you don't fight against people being depopulated, what's left? And it certainly would not, I would not feel proud of myself if I just let that happen. And there's not a whole lot that I can do than just stand up against it with videos like these and just saying it as I feel it. Then if people want documents about it, then there's plenty online that you can research. Do your job yourself. Go find it. Go online. Go research. Hello. And yeah, you're already a hero. And then you're already standing up because you're not allowing them to think for you. So okay. I was just here. Just had to get that off my chest. White dots. They're all swans. Isn't that gorgeous? On the runway. Lift off. There's a hotel after, behind the green. These are all swans. Over there's the harbor. I'm going to show that to you at one point. It's such a lovely breeze. It's a perfect day for going to the beach. I'm glad I did it, even though it's afternoon. Mostly it started for this like early morning. But I was fed up with everything, and I just vented and ranted, and I feel a whole lot better. Imagine, so taking away free speech and taking away your own speech in your own body, what that does, because we all know how a perfect rant can make us feel so good. So I advise everyone to go and rant because it's good for our health. I'm not sure, can I go that way? I might try. It's for pedestrians only. I'm not allowed. I have a bike. So I'm gonna go over there, show you the beach, but I'm gonna have to make a detour because I'm on the bike and these are just for pedestrians. But doesn't it look lovely? I'm happy. I'm glad I did this. Almost there. So this is such a lovely day. Fresh breeze, fresh wind. Here I come. I'm so gonna do this more often. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna go for fries. And I think I'm gonna go for ice cream as well. I don't know if I can put my bike here without it being stolen. I think I can at one point. Okay, just need to let that car pass before we crash into each other. Trails, sorry to see. It's all it's hazy sky, like all over trails. Terrible, but I won't let it spoil my day. I'm quite sure they meant Twitter with this one. Right now my mood switched from sad and venting to feeling good actually. Oh, sorry, I was hoping to videotape. Oh, it's still here. This is the part I'd like to show you. Doesn't it look lovely? Yeah. Well, there's that, and there that way it goes to the beach as well. But I'm gonna go back to the other part of the beach. I just wanted to show you this. When you thought you were filming it, you weren't, and you have to do everything all over again. But it's time to get into the water now. I'm just and because oh, it's warm. It's like really warm. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it to be this warm. It doesn't feel refreshing actually. So that's new, but at least I made it, and it was a good afternoon for me. And yeah. I'm glad I'm no longer sad. So I'm gonna do this more often. I really didn't expect it to be this warm. I was expecting a refreshing, cold water sensation. But okay. Ooh. Feels kind of sticky, the soil. So I'm gonna get out. I don't like it. But anyway, it was fun today. Look at that beautiful reflection. Yeah. If that's not soothing, I don't know what is. It's too bad all my favorite friends are online and in other countries, because I'd love to have the bunch of you over here so we can have fun. At least you made me see that there's good people out there, and I love you for it. Okay, I'm gonna stop filming now. I'm gonna cleanse my feet and I'm gonna go back home and get myself something to eat. And yeah. Ooh, that's not good. Sorry. Be well soon. Love and light to ya. Prayers. Prayers. Amen. Home sweet home.